Hi, friends. Welcome in or welcome back. Do you ever feel like your life is messy? Maybe it's cluttered. Maybe you're really busy. Your schedule is really busy. Everything feels a little chaotic. And the thought of picking up your camera to take a picture fills you with dread because nothing feels picture perfect. No moment feels Instagram worthy. Well, you're not alone, especially today. I have quite a story to share. But also, I am here today to give you some practical photography tips to hopefully encourage you to take photos that capture the beauty of real life in the midst of the chaos and the clutter, whatever your season looks like. So if you're interested in this, stick around through the whole video and I'll be giving you tips. But in the meantime, quick story time. What you don't know is I recorded this video 3 times. The first time, didn't love it. Stumbled over my words a lot. Second time, nailed it. Loved what I had to say. The sun was beaming in. I talked about how the cool fall weather makes me want to think about photos and getting out with the kids and taking pictures. And then I uploaded to my computer. The audio completely unusable. I don't know what happened. So we're using this handy dandy little mic and hopefully right now the audio is fine. And then in between me uploading the footage and figuring out that I had to refilm it, my daughter broke my camera. So speaking of a chaotic life, I am not Instagram aesthetic right now. I am not Instagram aesthetic right now. My camera is being held together by tape. I just solo parented all day and put both kids to sleep by myself because my husband is on a trip mountain biking with his friends. And I'm worn out. It's been a hard day. It's dark out. I'm a little bit tired, but I want to film this. And I felt like in this moment, the heart behind what I was saying is still stands, if not even more. Because right now, nothing about this is Instagram aesthetic. Nothing about this is Pinterest perfect. And that's okay. So instead of a nice sunlit, cozy vibe, we are going with the post-bedtime cozy vibes here. I feel like my starting off point has to be to give yourself permission because I say it all the time. But in this soft season of mine, I am learning this lesson over and over and over again that nothing is perfect and perfection doesn't matter. So not everything in your house may be aesthetic. Not everything may be clutter-free, but I don't care. It doesn't need to be. We can take pictures that capture a beautiful moment because it's real life, not because it belongs on a social media feed. Pictures that we take in this season are not for others. They're for us. So I want to challenge you throughout this video to rethink how you take pictures that document your life. I want you to pull back from the social media lens, the angle that we all have been force-fed into. Slow down, soften your gaze, be kinder to yourself. Doesn't matter if your house is a mess. Truthfully, I believe the most beautiful photos are actually the messy ones. So I will be talking more specifically to parents, to mothers, maybe aunts, uncles, grandparents, because life is messy with kids in your house. But if you have pets or if you do self-portraits or want to take pictures that are different to document your own life in singlehood, whatever it is, so your subject is your boyfriend, then stick around because these practical tips may apply. But I will specifically be talking more so to those with children. I would also like just to enter the idea, the theme of my channel, that I would like you to be softer with yourself because no one is here to judge your motherhood, your parenthood, your house, your clutter, Because like I just said, these photos that we're talking about are not the ones that go on social media. You might find yourself shifting towards sharing some of them on social media because you realize that they do document a special season of your life, but no one is going to judge you. So take the picture anyways. Take the picture in the mess because the mess doesn't matter. What matters is the people, the subject, the kids, whoever's in the photo and the memory that your brain said, I want to capture that forever. Sometimes the mess is part of the story. We don't want to crop out part of the story. These photos are for you. Just remember that. So now let's get into a few practical tips, things that you can take into your everyday to change how you take photos. But actually, bonus tip, although I think you should put your camera where your kids can't touch it, I do want you to challenge yourself if you have a camera gathering dust on the shelf, or if you just put it away all the time. I want you to put it out where you can get it easily, somewhere in a common room like the living room or the kitchen, high up on a shelf, on top of the fridge, somewhere where you can grab it when you see a moment that deserves to be documented. So you don't have to run into your office or run into your bedroom or wherever you keep your camera and go grab it. Obviously, iPhones, Androids, phone cameras have been getting amazing lately. And it's perfectly fine to document our life with our phones because sometimes we just use what we have. And that might be the handiest thing to us. But it can be so nice, especially if we already have the gear, to take the picture without feeling the pressure of I have to edit and post it now or share it with grandma or send it to someone. Or the other side is the people who take all these pictures and do nothing with them and they just get uploaded to the cloud and then we never see them. And then you run out of space and you're 20, 30,000 photos later, you realize you haven't looked through them. It's a lot different when we have a camera that we can take the picture specifically just for taking the picture, which also gives us more control over the picture and more control over editing, which if you don't know, not only am I a wife and a mom and accountability coach, I have been a professional photographer. So I do offer one-on-one mentor calls over Google Meet or Zoom, and I will link that information down below. If you have a camera and you just don't know how to use it, you need help with it, you need help with editing, or you want specific tips and tricks for you, I will again link that down below. But in the meantime, now we can get into it. Here's the practical tips. Now that your camera is out, ready to grab. Tip number 1, change your perspective. I want you to change how you're approaching these photos. Are your kids playing on the floor? Get on the floor with them. Are your kids playing out in the grass? Get down on their level. It's amazing when we change the perspective, how much it changes the photo. What's their world like? What are they seeing? Are they a toddler crawling? Are they rolling around on the ground? I want you to think of seeing the world from their eyes. And you'll see from some examples that I share throughout this video how I use this in my everyday life and how much it can impact the photo when you just change perspective. Because anyone can take that one camera shot like, oh, she's down there, Susie's playing on the floor, take the picture. But what if you were in it with them? Make it feel more documentary. Tip number 2, this one's easy. Capture those small details. If you don't know where to start here. The curl at the nape of their neck, the tiny little toes, the little fingers that grow so fast. How about the first time your kids do an art project, or playing in the water, or digging in the mud? Get down and remember those tiny little details of their hands and their feet and their smiles and their little tiny button noses. Because even now, my daughter is 4, my son is 2.5, and pulling up examples for this video just made me realize how fast time has really already gone and how thankful I am that I have these photos for myself. This gives you an easy way to pick up the camera and maybe take photos in a way that you've never done it, in a way that feels like you're documenting your story right now, this season you're in. But also, because of this tip, I would like to remind you, tip number 3, embrace the mess. If you're getting on the floor, changing your perspective, and capturing those tiny toes, there might be crumbs, and that's okay. There might be toys scattered everywhere, and that's okay. I want you to embrace the mess. The pile of laundry in the back doesn't matter. Kids playing on the bed, giggling, rolling around, bed is unmade, doesn't matter. This season is about real life, being softer with yourself, being kinder to yourself. And I want you to take photos that truly show what life was exactly like right now. It wasn't an Instagram aesthetic home, no matter what everyone on social media is telling you. So don't wait until the house is spotless. Don't go declutter the background so you can take a picture, because that doesn't tell a full story. The mess, the toys, the coffee cups in the background, that is your proof of this chapter. Tip number 4, think in time capsules. If you're thinking in time capsules, a handwritten note, a video recording, food from the time, our favorite music, different snippets to hit all of the senses. I think if we can imagine how we're documenting our season as documenting something for a time capsule, then we're much more likely to want to grab what feels like a mundane moment, like my son playing with water in the sink, because he's small enough to sit on the counter fully and play in the sink. And it kept him so entertained for so long. I grabbed my camera because I noticed the light coming in and how small he was and how cute and happy and entertained he was. So take photos like you're creating a box of keepsakes, because decades from now, that's exactly what they will be for you, for your children, for anyone who's looking through them. If you think of the photo albums we have from our parents and our grandparents, they didn't have social media. They didn't have Pinterest and the Instagram aesthetic. No, they had real life. And I doubt right now you can remember a picture and whether or not there were coffee mugs in the background. If grandma's counter was cluttered, maybe you remember bright floral patterned couches, but I remember the people. I remember the season. I remember the subjects and what they were doing in those photos, and I love seeing that from my childhood. So imagine if you can do that for your kids too. Tip number 5, getting a little more creative and practical, use the light you have. This isn't about pulling out the ring lights and the flashes and the light stands. This isn't about making it perfect. Maybe turn off all the harsh overhead lighting. Let your photo get a little grainy. Maybe let the blur happen. Because what if it's ambient light that's most beautiful right now? What if it's the kids reading books by their little lantern in their bed, like my daughter does every night? What if it's them looking into a snow globe? What if it's a glow from the fridge as they're crawling across the kitchen floor, searching for that evening snack before bed? But on top of this, get creative with the light. My favorite time to shoot outside is golden hour. But if you're shooting inside, you can harness the power of the sun midday, when so many photographers hate to shoot outside because the sun is so intense. I love to use that inside. I use that as my window light. I have the kids climbing up in the windows. It silhouettes them beautifully. What about that beam of light that streams through? Put them in the middle of that. Get a little fancy with your composition. And again, I offer one-on-one sessions if you do need more help with lighting, composition techniques, different ways to take pictures that tell a better story. But it's okay to just take the morning sun coming through your front door or your windows, the afternoon sunbeam that always hits your couch. It's okay to take those and plan around that. Keep your camera around that. So when a moment happens into that light, you're ready. You're ready to document it in a beautiful moment of light. And if you're outside, play with the sun. Use golden hour. Light them from the back. Make those fuzzy little hairs shine. Which brings me to my last tip. Tip number 6, get in the frame too. I am guilty of this, as most mothers are. We don't get in the frame. But here are some ideas I have for you that I have found have helped force me to get into that beam of light, to get into that place that's part of documenting the story. Because in case you didn't know, as their mother or father or grandmother, aunt and uncle, you are a big part of the story. So if we are creating a time capsule and documenting what's happening, embracing the mess, you're part of that. You are part of this story, a massive part of this story. So set a timer. That's my favorite way to do it. Run in the picture, go for a bear hug. Or set a timer, let the kids run around you. Create that chaos. Have fun with it. Make it interactive because they love that too. I also, my personal favorite, love to use mirrors. I like to bring my big bulky camera, balance it with my weak wrist, and take those selfies in the mirror. Because I think getting in the frame, seeing how your child looks at you, giggling and interacting with them, that'll mean more to you down the road than you know now. But also, your kids want to know that you were there. They don't want to see their life captured without you, because you're a huge part of their life. So I want to end on a heart note to moms, really. We can be so hard on ourselves, so hard on our house, how we're parenting, the mess that's everywhere, the chaos and clutter that comes with having kids. And I get that. I'm in the middle of that right now. I'm solo parenting. My camera is broken. I just did bedtime. It's after 9 p.m. because it took forever to put both of them to sleep. But all of that is okay. We can embrace that as part of the season we're in. Because like I said in the beginning, some of the messiest moments in life are some of the most beautiful. The yogurt-covered child as they try their first food. Sure, maybe they're flinging it on the walls and on the floor and on you. That's beautiful. That's fun. One day, I think, and from what I've heard from older women in my life, is we're going to miss this. We're going to miss it so much. We're going to want to step right back into these moments. So what if we can capture them now and have them later? It's so hard to think ahead like this, and we don't want to be filled with regret for having ignored moments that we could have documented because it didn't fit on our Pinterest board or our social media feed. Let us leave social media, Instagram, and perfection behind and take the pictures that tell the real story of our season. So if this encouraged you at all, leave a comment down below and let me know what mundane moment you're going to be capturing this week, what you're hoping to freeze for years and years and years to come. So once again, I am a photographer. So if you're local and need professional photos done to help you document your season of life, I'm around. Otherwise, if you're not, hop on a mentorship call with me and we can talk through how to use your camera, how to make the most of the memories and the moments, how to document them well, how to make scrapbook-worthy photos, and then how to edit them, what to do with them after you take them. If you have any questions about cameras or lenses or anything else, drop them in the comments. I'd love to chat with you. Thanks for being here today in the middle of my chaos and my non-aesthetic life. But I really hope that this is encouraging and helps you not feel regret later down the line, that you stop and just start documenting life now when it matters most, no matter what your home looks like. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.